Social media is crazy.
Do you ever worry that, like, it almost happened to you too fast, all this recognition, that maybe you should have struggled even more?
You know what I feel about that, or about the age thing, is like, I did for a second, because it happened when I was 13, it was like, there's a part of me that feels like I did miss, like, being a teenager. Like, I didn't get to be a teenager, like a normal one. But then I think about, like, more and more I get more grateful for it happening young, because I feel like if it had happened later, then people would be able to dig up dirt from when I was that age. Like, if this hadn't happened at that age, I would have been doing some reckless shit. You know what I mean? Now that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everybody, bro, I can't even think of an artist that hasn't had something happen where they found some dirt, they found something they said, and for me, it's like,
Do you worry about that? That, like, now, let's say you're dating a dude,
right?
Or Phineas, you're dating a woman, and now all of a sudden you haven't had that time to go around and do weird shit.
Yeah.
Even like to go out and experiment with stuff.
Yeah.
It just to find yourself, to make mistakes.
Yeah, that's a big part.
No, you can't do it. Do you guys have handlers and stuff? See, I'm first of all,
where are your parents?
Yeah,
In the other room.
The whole brother and sister thing, first of all, is a little scary. Because think about it. Oasis, I've interviewed all these guys. They can't stand each other after a while.
Right.
And they're so brilliant together. It's like, I want to shake them.
Good.
I want to shake them and go, you guys make beautiful music together. What's the problem? All right, so stay apart from each other all the rest of the time. Why can't you get along? You know, it just seems crazy to me. Could you ever envision resentment between the two of you and perhaps not talking to one another and not being a team? Fully,
no.
Right.
I don't know why.
Do you love your brother?
Yeah, so much. And it's like, I don't even, like, yeah, he's my brother, but it's like, we're great friends. Like, we just are, you know? Like, we get along, like, better than anyone I know, you know?
Do you get resentful that Billy gets to be the front person and you write the song, well, you write the songs with her and all of that, but is it hard for you not to be as well known as your sister?
You know what? Honestly, I think she so deserves it. Like, when I'm on stage with her, because I play, sort of the setup, I'm sitting here playing behind her on stage. I just watch her, like, kill it every night,
Right.
And it's very inspiring to me. And, like, to your point of, like, siblings resenting each other and not working together, like...
Look at his arm. He looks buff.
Yeah, you do look kind of buff. Do you work out?
I do, yeah.
Yeah?
Makes me feel better. Yeah.
You do Peloton?
I do a lot of push-ups.
Push-ups?
Just a lot of calisthenics. But...
At 4imprint, we make your logo look perfect on thousands of promotional items. With our 100% guarantee, it'll be right the first time, on time, every time. Your free e-magazine will reveal invaluable insights that can attract new customers, build your brand.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
totally.
Do you ever say to yourself, hey, I wrote that song with Billy, but I should have saved that for myself as a solo kind of artist?
Sometimes I do the inverse, because I put out music under my own name sometimes, but Billy does the songs so well that sometimes I sing a song live and I'm like, giving this to Billy, it would be a real hit. It'd be huge.
So sad.
Isn't it? Yeah. Isn't it amazing though that the two of you are in the same family and you have each other and you both decided to make music your passion?
Pretty awesome.
When you guys were homeschooled, where did you grow up?
We grew up in LA.
Right. Mm-hmm. But homeschooled, I always think that's such a weird thing, homeschooling. Part of me thinks it's the greatest thing because you're exposed. You can kind of do whatever you want, and there's not as much structure. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is like, oh, but wait, maybe you need to be with other kids all the time and all of that. Where does that land with you guys? How do you feel? Is it homeschool? Is that something you do for your own kids, or do you think it's a mistake?
Listen, it's definitely not a mistake. I just don't think I know enough. To be honest with you, I don't think I could homeschool my kids. Like,
you have to be a bit of a narcissist to homeschool someone, don't you?
I mean,
yeah.
But I think my parents our parents are like so smart that we could just be like, what does this mean? Or how do I do this? And they would just answer it with like the right answer. And I never realized that until later, that they were actually really smart. They didn't just know all the answers because they're parents. They're actually smart parents.
Would you ever cry and say, I want to be with other children, this is unfair?
No, because I had so many friends. I was literally like, I had like more friends than any of my friends had friends.
Where do you meet these friends?
No, I just had all of them.
In the neighborhood, you mean?
No, not even. Like I mean, it's because I did a lot of shit. I danced and I did gymnastics and I was in a choir and I went to, you know.
So they would take you to these activities, you'd meet kids and hang with them.
Yeah.
Because I had to ask you about this. You guys had, because you were homeschooled, you had a homeschool talent show.
We had a couple.
Yeah, but it seems to me the only people in that talent show would be the two of you.
Yeah. Oh my God, if only.
Really? Where is this homeschool talent show, and how many people participated?
Way too many. There was a couple. There was this one. So basically, we were in this homeschool cult, basically called Face LA.
Yeah, right.
And that I feel like I should know more about it, but I was young, I don't really remember. But basically that name had lots of things to it. There was like a park day, which was every third Thursday of the month, and we would all go to the park, all the homeschool kids, and we'd play.
Oh, I see. There's a network of people who homeschool their kids, and then you have the talent show.
Yeah.
I have to assume you guys won every single talent show.
Nobody won.
No,
there was no competition.
Oh, because that's bad for kids?
I probably.
Right.
Yeah, I guess. I've never been to like a talent show where anyone won anything.
At 4 years old, the first song that you wrote at 4 on the ukulele, did you do that yourself, Billy, or did you do that with your brother?
I did it myself.
You did it yourself?
I think I was like 4 or 5. There's a song about like I wrote these 3 songs on the ukulele.
New text message from Brody.
I was so small at 4.
Let me know when you're almost at David.
Brothers simultaneously are both kind of getting into instruments. When did you start playing? What did you play, piano?
Yeah, piano when I was like 11.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's your first instrument?
Yes.
And then when do you get into the guitar?
Like the year later.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Billy, how many instruments do you play?
I play ukulele and piano and like a smudge of guitar.
Did you take formal lessons from a teacher?
No.
Phineas, you didn't either?
No.
We had like...
We took a piano. We used to take piano lessons and it fucking sucked.
Yeah, it fucking sucked because you have to learn how to read music and play...
Exactly.
Nothing was...
But then how do you learn? You just teach yourself?
Well, at the time when I was 11, I just asked my dad how to play like a pop song I was listening to, and pop songs are in the kind of realm of easier things to learn on piano, but they're the same level of satisfaction and gratification from learning it.
Absolutely.
And there's so much similarity in pop music that if you learn one song, you learn like thousands and thousands of songs at once because they have the same chords.
So your mom and dad are